friends, it's Christy. Welcome to Bitly Ditley Has Plans. In today's video, we are setting up the month of April in my budget planner. So let's get started. Okay, so for April, I am using a planner cake kit. It is kit 317 and it's called Easter Bunny. I have B4, which is the sinking funds headers here. I've got the monthly sheet, which is H1, and then I ordered some washi, which is sheet B. Just look at how pretty these florals are. I just love this watercolor look too, and look at how cute this is. I love these. So I am gonna start laying this down. My budget setup is pretty simple. If you've caught any of my previous videos for my budget book, I use the Erin Condren Monthly Frankenplanned with a Budget by Paycheck workbook from the Budget Mom. And so for the monthly spread, what I do is I set up kind of like each paycheck using what she calls the highlighter method. Let me get some tweezers out. And so in April, I have a payday on, let's see, these are cute, they're little. The 31st of March, actually, so, because we get paid on the 1st and the 15th. But they usually close it out like if it's on a Wednesday, I think. And then the 15th, I said, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is I have my little budget category dashboard that I made. On this side, I have all of my annual expenses and the month that they take place in. And then down here, I have the monthlies and which date I pull them out on or they get paid. And then on this side, I have all of my budget categories. And as I mentioned, the Budget by Paycheck workbook kind of categorizes and highlights your different categories. So I narrowed it down to several categories here. And then I kind of under here, I list sort of what falls into those categories. Like I actually include eating out in just my overall food budget. And then also within my food is pretty much any purchases made at a grocery store. So like, let's say you buy Q-tips and cotton balls or whatever at the grocery store, like I do when I'm doing my regular shopping. I don't put that in my personal category. My personal category is more like getting your hair cut or going to the nail salon, doing my dry cleaning, that kind of stuff. So kind of anything lumped at the grocery store, I do that rather than like trying to split that out. Auto includes my auto loan, any car maintenance or repairs, and then gas. So that kind of thing. So I am gonna take a look at this side and start writing some of this stuff in. I also pulled my 2 highlighters, so I get paid twice a month. So I'm gonna highlight all of the bills and expenses that I'm paying out of my first paycheck. I think I'm gonna do that in this pink color. And this is from my new Tombow set. It's 772. And then this is from my mild liners. So I'm gonna use this for my second paycheck. So I usually like to try to highlight first before writing, because it just kind of helps with the highlighter smearing your ink from your pen, and then also so it kind of keeps your highlighters a little cleaner so you're not getting that ink on there. So on the first, we pay, I do the girls' allowance, and I do half of my loan, I pay half of the tuition, and I make a payment to my Visa. And then on the 13th is Netflix, so that'll come out of this paycheck. And then Disney and Hulu I always do on the second paycheck. But let's see, so I think that is it. We have some birthdays, but they're friends and family that I normally just like call or we get together, but like I don't have to do any extra gift buying for in the month of April. So that's it for the first paycheck's highlights. And then the second paycheck will also have allowance. I'm just gonna do a double bar, and then again my loan, and then tuition, and then my Visa. Okay, and then also on the 15th, I do the Disney Hulu, which I'll just stick over here since I ran out of space. And then iTunes is on the 29th. So I'll put that here. And then I don't think, oh, I know, we actually have something special here on the 30th. My daughter's school is not doing a junior prom, but they are doing a special juniors dinner. So she's gonna want, so I'm sure there must be a ticket or something that we're gonna have to buy for that. And then also probably gonna have to buy her a dress, which let's go ahead and assume I'm buying the dress. I mean, somewhere in this first paycheck. Why don't I just put it on a weekend, since that's probably when we'll go shopping. I'm gonna do this like that. Okay. I love how this highlighter matches pretty darn well to the blue-green in there. Okay, so then I'm just gonna go ahead and I am just gonna write these in. Okay, so that's sort of everything laid out for the month. And then over here, what I like to do is set up my, like, sort of my big savings. And so I think I'm gonna use, I don't have an actual like savings tracker, because she doesn't, in her budget shells, she does sinking funds. I think she does a debt tracker. I think she does transaction log, but she doesn't actually have like a savings one. But I am just gonna go ahead and put this washi down here, like that. And then I pulled this little color here because I thought it looked close to that. I'm just gonna put some of this down. If you can hear that noise in the background, that is my printer going off. So I think I have one of my daughters trying to do some printing here. So excuse that noise in the background. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is go ahead and let me flip this. I'm gonna draw my lines in here. I usually do, I think, 1.5 inches from this edge here, trying to make it straight. That's more than plenty. I don't have that many accounts. Okay. How far down did I go? I'll erase it. I'll figure it out and then I'll erase what I don't need. That's what I love about using these friction erasable pens. And I just discovered that you can buy the refills for them, so I don't have to keep buying new pens when I use them up. Okay, so that's that. And then what I'm gonna do is just put, actually, why don't I use one of these cute washies? I'm gonna use, ooh, I think I'll use this one. This one's pretty. So I need, let's see, why don't I write them in first? So this one will be my emergency fund, and then I have a 401k, I have an IRA, and then we have M's 529, and we have SOFs. Okay, yeah, I made those lines way too big. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put, I'm gonna use this cute little washi here. Oops. Put that down. Okay, and then this will be the account, my starting balance, adding, and the ending. Okay. And let's see, I don't need probably from here down. I love these pens. Oh my gosh, they're so great. So then once I close out the end of March, I will go in and I'll get my starting balance here. And we'll take care of getting that set up. Okay, and then over here, I think I'm just gonna use these. I'm not gonna like, they have these cute little dots here that I could cover those with, but I actually like that. It kind of matches, like I said, it picks up this color here. So normally I like to apply unspent cash to Otis. He just had to go to the vet So we had to dip into his little savings envelope a little bit. So unspent cash to Otis. And then, so like I'll take turns, like I'll do that for one paycheck, and then like the next paycheck, I want to apply unspent cash to my auto, just because I like to build up that reserve. We have a couple of, we have an old Land Cruiser that was my car that my daughter is now driving, and I just always like to have money set aside for if anything comes up with that car. Plus it's a V8, so it needs a lot of gas. And then over here, I like to just kind of keep a tally on what my FSA account is doing. So again, once I finish out March, I'll take what's left on that and I'll carry it over there. Let's try to make an extra debt payment. Oops. I always like to try to make extra, even if it's like I'm just throwing an extra $30, $40 on there. Every little bit helps. Okay, so then my next page, this is where I like to set up what are my like actual sinking funds. Let's put this down. I just love this print right here. It's so cute. Okay, and then let's do some more. Let's see, I think I might do, oh, this one has the little category, start, finish, all that kind of thing. So I'm gonna actually, I have to turn this upside down. Put this here. That makes it nice. Okay, so then let's draw our lines in here. Oops. Probably like right there, maybe. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's give me a little bit of extra room. And then, okay, so that's that. And then I'm gonna put a little piece of, I think I'll just use this washi here since I started with that one on the other page. Because I do put sinking funds, I do have some in my actual checking account, like in a savings account in the bank. And then I also keep a couple of small sinking funds as cash. Because I like to just have cash on hand. So that's that. And then, let's see, we'll do this one here. So this is for my cash sinking funds. We'll go down here. Okay, and then I'll just continue. What do I have, like 3 of those? So we will go. I'm really excited because 2 of my items that I was saving for, I've already been able to purchase, and that was my, I wonder if I should just draw the line there. My MacBook Pro and my little Tombow pen set. I did a video on the pen set recently because I just purchased it. That was a birthday gift for myself. So I've already achieved those, so that's pretty exciting. And then we do need to replace our sofa. So I'm gonna start saving for that. Okay, so there's that. Just because I wanna get that going. Okay, so here I have auto, and then I have school. I keep a count or a tally on their registration separate from the books. Which I just paid registration. So that's another thing that I already took care of for this year. And Emma's registration was an extra $200 because there's a $200 like graduation fee for seniors. So I'm so glad that I like had extra money set aside for that. And then let's put new sofa here. Okay, and then under the cash, I also have Christmas cash. Set aside an envelope, and then we have Otis. He has his envelope, and then my personal. Okay, so that's all of that. And then, yeah, I think those is it. Those is it. That's that. This is so pretty. I love how this turned out. And so then what I will do is, when I start to fill out this first paycheck bill tracker, this will be for the paycheck that is on the 31st. So I'll fill that in. And then payroll is my only source of income unless I'm transferring money from like my savings accounts. And then what I will do is I will put auto, and I separate my loan just so I'm tracking that kind of separately because it's a debt, and then gas, because I put gas in both my car and Emma's car. And then I have the girls' allowance, and I kind of don't put this in any particular order, the tuition. And these are all I do that on the 1st. That's really no date, it's through the month. I pay them on the 1st, I pay that on the 1st. And then I pay my Visa. So my Visa always gets extra payments anyway because I'm paying, I pay the minimum on the first paycheck, and then I pay another full minimum payment on the second paycheck. So it's always getting extra. And then, so we got those taken care of. Netflix is on the 13th. And then we said I'm going to put clothes in here at some point to get my daughter a junior prom dress or whatever she might need. Hopefully she has shoes she can already use. And then I am going to put some money in here for gifts just in case, because we do, like I said, we have some birthdays, but most of them are adults that like I wouldn't buy necessarily a gift for. But you know what I am going to go back and do? My nephew, his birthday is here, and he's someone that I would probably buy a gift for. Like, us adults in the family, we don't buy gifts for each other. Like, even at Christmas, we just will like I make homemade candied nuts, so I give everybody a jar of nuts. Just like things like that. But we buy for the kids, like we have the kids draw names. So my nephew I'll buy a birthday gift for. And then I always do leave my my fun money, which is like stickers. My kids, since I buy everything online, I like to just have the money in the account here. And then I will probably keep a little bit of money in here for food, like if we're going out, like that kind of thing. Usually though, all of our food I do try to do with cash. So my cash envelopes basically are my food. I do put some fun money with the girls' sports coming back online. Basketball, Sophie's AAU basketball, we have to pay to get in to see her games, and they upped it from $7 to $10. So I will put money aside to make sure I can go see her games. I always have some miscellaneous cash. And then that's pretty much it for that. And then here I have part of my paycheck automatically goes to my emergency fund. And so I don't even see it, like it goes. So that's really good. I like that. And then what else do I put in here? So I also do school. So I'm already saving for Sophie's registration next year, saving for books. And if I'm saving all year long, then I don't have to put that much away from every paycheck. So it's nice. And then Christmas, and then my husband's birthday. He's going to be 50. And then I'm putting money away to do college tours with at least Emma, if not both the girls. And then, like I said, we need a new sofa, so I'm adding that as a new sinking fund. Okay, so I think there's that. And then usually, like I said, I'll try to put some money into Otis's account. And I just got my hair cut, so I'm probably going to want to put some money back into my personal account. And then these ones are cash. And so then once I get all my numbers filled in, if there's anything left over, I do try to make an extra debt payment. And then anything left beyond that, it's not really extra savings, but I leave it in my checking account as a cushion. I always like to have a little bit of a cushion in there just in case I miscalculated something or I didn't budget enough for one of my categories. I always know that I have money in there. So once I do that, then I will go over to the cash envelope breakdown worksheet. I'll put in all the categories where I plan to pull cash for. I will figure out in what denominations I want them in the quantities, and then I'll do a total bill count. Down here, I make sure that my total value of bills matches up to the total that I'm taking out. And then I will transfer this information over to one of these little teller slips. And this did come in the printable workbook that I had purchased a couple years ago. And so I just fill this out, I hand it over with a check, and I tell my bank teller, this is, I want to cash out this check, and here's the quantity of bills that I wanted in, and it really helps them out. And so then I get my cash out that way. So I think that's pretty much it for getting April started. I've got my foundation down. I'll work on my numbers probably this weekend since I don't get paid until I think like the following Tuesday or Wednesday. But yeah, so once I close out March, I'll go ahead and put in the starting balance for all of my sinking funds. Same thing with my major savings accounts. Once we close out the month, I'll go in and I check them. And your retirement, it's going to go up and down with the market, so I try not to get too nervous or excited about that, but I do just kind of like to track it the once a month, and that's all I really kind of do there. I've got sort of my plans here for unspent cash, and then just going back to my monthly. This kit is really cute. I love this little bunny guy here, but I love all the colors, the watercolor kind of pastel feel to it, so I think it's happy for Easter. Anyways, I think that's it. That's my start or my foundation for my budget for April. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you can catch future content on my channel. Thanks for watching, friends. Take care. Bye-bye.